Good morning, it is Friday. A very different vlog today. So I'm going to take you along. You'll see the title, it will say a day in the life of a new, I want to make sure that's very clear, new window cleaner. I've only been in this role exactly a month today, actually. So this, I want to make it very clear, this is not a how-to, this is just me taking you along. I thought it'd be fun, right? Just to document what I can. I'm not going to be able to film the whole day, I've got a job to do, but I want to just film snippets throughout the day of what it's like to be a window cleaner in the UK. It's currently 17 degrees. It's going to get up to about 27 degrees today. So we are in the midst of this continuous heat wave. So join me, let's go. It's 25 to 8 on a Friday morning. We're going to head to our first client. I shall catch you there. See you in a bit. Now obviously when we arrive we have to set up our pole and our hose. So we do change vans a little bit. So normally the pole would have been set up, but I was in a different van yesterday. So we have to feed the hose through the pole. Make sure it comes out obviously the other end. Sometimes it gets stuck, you just give it a little wiggle and it normally comes out the other end okay. And then once we've done that, we obviously put the brush head on and we are off and ready to go. So job 2 of the day is done. Let's move on. Now I didn't do any filming there because the occupants were there. Again, this is going to be a very sort of hit and miss in terms of how much we can show and how much I can show really. But we will do what we can. On to the next job. It is 20 past 9. Let's keep rocking. One thing that you have to take into consideration with doing this sort of job is accessibility. So that's something that you don't always necessarily think about. So I'm going to go through this gate here and navigate through here to try and get to these windows. So we've obviously got to go around the side here. I've got a window here, window here, window here. So yeah, sometimes it's not as easy as it would appear. So let's get. So basically I was facing lots of stinging nettles, and yes, I did get stung lots. One thing I do find a little bit frustrating, and this is just me personally, is, by the way, I've just got absolutely, you can't be tell, I've got stung to actual shit by the stinging nettles. This is one thing I do find a little bit frustrating, is people are paying to have the outside of their windows cleaned, yet the internals are absolutely filthy. Now we're all probably a bit guilty of that. I'm not judging these people, by the way, but it feels quite frustrating from our point of view, because we're making the windows outside clean, and then it almost highlights how dirty the windows are inside. So hopefully the clients will clean them afterwards, but you're doing this, you're thinking, is it outside? And you go, oh no, it's inside. But yeah, that was, going back to accessibility, that was a nightmare. I had to get to a skylight, which is obviously way up. I had to back myself into stinging nettles. All the back of my right leg is completely stung. My hand stung, my arm, my forearm. But this is a day in the life of a window cleaner, right? So it's highlighting these things. Anyway, let's get round and finish the front. So it's a little way into the day. Let's see how much water we have left. This has got one of the smallest tanks in the fleet. Where are we? It's hard to tell in this light. We are... Oh yeah, we're good. Yeah, obviously we have to check the water throughout the day. I have, this is one of the smallest vans in the fleet. I have run out once so far. On the job the other day, I was like, nope, and I had to go back to the depot, get some water. Now on that front, now the water is filtered. Okay, so at the depot there's a huge filtering system. It's very clever. I didn't know anything about this before, and it's just pure water. So all the minerals, everything is stripped out of it. It is pure water. So you couldn't drink it or anything like that. With the day, we are 1, 2, 3, 4 down, I think, either 4 or 5, I can't remember. Have a look in a minute. In a moment I'll show you how we get the jobs. We use an app called Jobber, and I'll show you briefly in a minute. I'll blur out obviously the personal details, but I'll show you how that works. Catch you there in a minute. The phone is probably flickering. It doesn't do that in real life. There is an app called Jobber. So I'll blur out the customer's details, but it has a visit time between, this one is between 1 and 1:30. We are actually doing things in a slightly different order just to make it logistically work. So we've just completed this job. It tells you what you've got to do. So all external window frames, doors and seals cleaned on a regular schedule as agreed, 8 weekly, and it tells you who is doing the job. So that's me. So we are going to now go into Jobber, find the next job, and then head that direction. So Friday as well, and there's this Friday there, and they're really, I've got a horrible blue bottle in my van. Can you see it? I'm going to get him out before we go. Yeah, so I'm going to go to the next job, and then you pump into directions, it takes you there. Now, Jobber has got me lost a couple of times. I'm not going to say that it's perfect, but which app is? It has sent me on some wild goose chases. So, but 8 times out of 10, I'd say it's correct. So let's hope the next one is. I think I've got another 3 jobs left. Then I'm going to be joining my colleagues. So I'll catch you back on the road. Now with this job, there are times when you are required to get up on a ladder. So I'm going to try not to film obviously the customer's house too much, but I'm just going to show you briefly where we need to be so I can explain the situation. So we have windows here and here, and there's also a skylight further over. So we need to get access to them. We need to get on this ladder, get up there, get to those windows. Job's a good one. So we have 2 jobs left. Oh my god, it's hot. It's 27 degrees. It's just about 1:15. I'm gonna just quickly, I need to have a wee, and then I'm gonna quickly grab on the go like a sandwich or something, and then hit these last 2 jobs. Hopefully they should take, I haven't been to these 2, but according to the diary, they should take about half hour each. Now again, what I alluded to at the start, I'm still new to this. I am getting quicker, but I'm still obviously, want the quality. Of course, the quality's there. I'm not going to rush something. I'm going to make sure that it's done properly. And also, it's just a sort of feeling out process, like the house that I just done. So I went in there a little bit daunted when I first walked in, and I was a bit like, oh wow, this is going to take ages. Now I had to get up on the roof, as I said. Actually, it was really accessible. Got up on the roof. It was a very wide roof. There was no issues there. I didn't fit 2 big, massive windows, which one of them is basically a bathroom, but it's obviously right up above the house. Beautiful house, by the way. A really nice motorbike out in the sort of courtyard. It's got like a courtyard. And they had a full drum set in there. I love drums. I used to play drums when I was a kid at school. So I had drum lessons and had drums in my garage to drive my neighbours mad. It looks like it's recently been done up because there was a lot of sort of residue of like render and stuff around. I did let the lady know because some of it was on the windows, and she said, oh, I don't know. And I just wanted to show her because that's the other thing I'm finding with this job is, expectations have got to be met. Now, it was loose. There was also some paint flecks, like splats of paint as well. Now, obviously, water itself won't necessarily get off if it's stuck to the windows. It's not necessarily going to get the paint off. But so I just wanted to explain that to her, and I think she was grateful for that because in this sort of job, the last thing you want is some people might just go, oh, there's white marks on there. They haven't done a very good job. So I'm just learning. It's a learning process. Everything's a learning process. One thing I do enjoy about this job actually as well is not necessarily always, but like when I'm on days like today. So I think I might have said before, we do domestic and we do commercial. My camera's moving, sorry. And today is classed as a domestic day. Now, I'm sure you all know what that means. Domestic is households, commercial is businesses. And when you're in domestics, obviously your route is planned for you. The last 2 visits, I changed them around put them in a different order. Now, that doesn't mean you've got to be mindful, because sometimes clients have specified a time. So I just made sure, I looked on the diary just to make sure that there was no specifics, and then there wasn't, so, or anything like that. It just made more sense geographically to do it the way I did it. So I'm going to go and grab some food, and then I'm going to get on with these next 2 jobs, and then hopefully that will be our Friday done. Hope you enjoyed so far. It's just a very brief sneak into it. I shall catch you after I've eaten. Catch you in a minute. So we have a nice brown shaken oat espresso something or other. It's very nice, only a small one. And a chicken and Caesar and bacon on sourdough. The life of a window cleaner on the road. To be honest, I don't normally buy lunch like that. I normally make my own lunch, because obviously it's less expensive, and it makes sense, right? So yeah, anyway, let's get it going. Let's get these 2 done. So while we're stuck in traffic, let's have another little chat. I've got a carbon splinter in my in this finger, and it's sore. So when I want to get home, I'm gonna have to try and dig that out. It's gone right under the skin. So I need a little needle, but you know, when you just touch, and it's one of those really things, it's just sharp, and it's just annoying, and it's rather red. Anywho, yeah, so let's have a chat about basically being a window cleaner. What you know, for me, and certainly with the company I'm with, the hours, they're all over the place in terms of, you know, you got to work till you finish some, you know, essentially, but the core hours are 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Excuse me, Monday to Friday, which really suits. No weekends. There is the occasional away, when you might have to go away every now and then for like a few days. I haven't had experience that yet. As I said, I've only been here 4 weeks, so the area that I'm in is pretty consistent, although we have been to further afield. We've been to Enfield. I was in Birmingham last week as well. Apparently there is a Nottingham care home. We cover quite a lot of care homes. They're huge, by the way. There's a lot of glass in those care homes, and you've got the balconies and things like that as well, and we do the internals. Pay wise, I'll let you Google it. I mean, I think, you know, different companies are going to pay different amounts, but I think for what it is, it pays well. It suits my lifestyle. What I mean by that, in terms of, I'm not extravagant. I couldn't tell the last time I went on a holiday abroad, a long time ago. I do go away, try and go away at least 2 times a year to the coast, to Norfolk and stuff, and stay away in a caravan and things like that, which, you know, is still expensive. It's still, by the time you've spent the money on the caravan and food and travel, but I don't have an extravagant lifestyle. I'm a very easily pleased man. I'm a massive geek. If you've watched any of my other videos, I'm very much into video games, but I try and trade in where I can. So if I go to CEX, I'll trade in some games I haven't played for a while and then get vouchers and stuff. Every now and then I do buy a few new games, but I'm talking a few quid, you know, £2, £3, £4, £5 for a video game. So we're not spending lots of money. So yeah, so the pay, I think, is pretty decent. It's midst of the heat wave, so it's 29 degrees now. It's been, I think the first day I started, it rained a little bit in the morning. There was a little bit, dare I say, a little bit chilly, and then rest of the day it was fine. So I managed to get a nice suntan doing this job. So yeah, there's a few details about this job. I'm enjoying it so far. It's very consistent. It suits to my lifestyle. It suits me from my health point of view, and that's the other important thing. It suits me when it comes to my health and things like that. And so far so good. So 2 jobs to go. Hopefully it's Friday. Hopefully then the weekend starts and I can go home and relax. I'm knackered. My body's aching. My shins are bruised, just right bashing into ladders and things and getting in funky angles when you have to get round things. The back of my legs are all stung from the stinging nettles from earlier. Oh dear, just a day in the life. Catch you in a minute. So we are back home. So there was a very small introduction mini vlog, let's say, as the title would suggest, of a day in the life of a newbie window cleaner. As I said in the intro, it's not a how-to. As I also said, you know, being very respectful and mindful of people's privacy, property, stuff like that. I think since COVID, a lot of people, they changed the way they work to this hybrid system. So there was a lot of people in States work from home Friday, I guess. So there were a couple of situations where I wanted to to bring the camera out, but I was like, actually, I better not. So yeah, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed. As I said, it's a massive learning curve for me. I've officially been there a month now. I'm enjoying it so far. It is hard work. It's the busiest time of the year. We had a meeting this morning. I've done well over 50 hours this week. I'm sunburnt, chapped. I'm going to have a chilled weekend now. Just put the oven on. Just going to put some food in the oven. I'm going to play some video games, be my normal self, geeky self. Got a boxing event to go to tomorrow. 2 of our fighters from our gym are out. Cannot wait to see them fight. So proud of those guys. And yeah, please do all that nice stuff, that like, subscribe stuff, like, subscribe, comment. And I shall see you in the next video, which I still don't know what it is yet, but it'll be coming up soon. Take care. See you soon. Thanks for watching.